wild, man. All eyes on me, keep it dialed and swipe it like it. Look, I made it. Hashtag, yep, I'm the greatest. And the game don't stop till I get on top. Are you ready now? Whoa, yeah. I'm making moves. I'm ready to go. I'm making moves. I'm making moves.
I'm going to step in front of my gal pals for a second. As they said, my name is Ashley Krupelberg. I am a Pravana Global Artistic Mentor for Pravana. I've been with them since 2009. Actually got my certification here in Las Vegas, so it's really nice to be back here right around my anniversary of being with the most amazing company in the world. Also, I myself am a Phoenix Salon Suites owner. Changed my life 7 years ago when I moved into it. Would you all agree? Like, it is just, it's home, right? We spend more time there than we do in our own home. So I'm just grateful that they asked Pravana to be part of this, and I'm honored to be here in front of each and every one of you. So thank you very much for having me. As we mentioned, this class is Kaleidoscope of Colors. And our big theme this weekend was just welcome to the family. We want to bring all of you nice and close to our hearts and have you here. Do I have any Pravana users in my audience right now? Anyone? Anything we've tried? Yes, yes, yes. Shout it out. What do you love? What do you try from Pravana? Vivid. Me too. Just a little bit, right? One time, a long time ago, we were at a training and our general manager was like, your hair's so pretty. And I was like, thank you. It's Pravana. And he for a second was like, oh, I get it. It was so funny because I just like threw him off guard. So yes, I also love the Vivids. So what we wanted to do was represent all of our color families within Pravana because we are known for our Vivids. We're actually the OG of Vivids. We just celebrated our 20-year anniversary. So we're right behind Phoenix. Next year will be legal to have a drink. Maybe we'll have a big old party here in Las Vegas as well. But Pravana has been around for 20 years and we celebrate each and every moment. But because we're known for our Vivids, we want to make sure that you know that we are capable of so many other things. So we have all of our color families represented up here. So we, of course, have our Chroma Silk Cream Hair Color, which is our permanent color line. We have our Vivids Everlasting, which is permanent Vivids. I don't know if any of you knew we have permanent Vivids, but the more you know. So on this mannequin right here, this is a mixture of our permanent color and our permanent Vivid. So I did a custom formula on her just to show you that sometimes people want a little bit louder, a little bit crazy hair, but maybe they can't have it at work. So we got to give them a little more subdued version of that tone. So I went and created this and just alternated a couple different formulas. I utilized a level 6 copper and mixed that with our very vibrant red. And then I pulled through with actually a gold tone mixed with a pink, and just gave her some dimension. She's one of my favorites. I absolutely love her. The center mannequin was actually created with our brand new color line called Hydra Gloss. It's our demi-permanent gel format toning line. It comes in 24 shades. We also have a clear, and the clear can be utilized to dilute a tone, to make it a little bit brighter, but also you can use it for just a clear gloss. Sometimes we have clients who just don't want color, right? But they need a little more shine to their hair. Sometimes we know our blondes, I like to say they need a little extra hug in their life. We know it. Our pre-loved hair. So if they need a little extra shine, you can utilize the Hydra Gloss, give them a clear service, up our add-on service there, make a little more money. Is everyone okay with making a little more money these days? Right? We were in class yesterday, and just in case you weren't there, something, if I'm going to get this platform to share with you, I want you to take something home with you, and I want you to remember that it is okay to spend time with your clients in the chair. It is okay to educate them that sometimes they have to hang out with us for a little while, right? I know we're in a very much like, I needed it done yesterday world, or they say, hey, do you have an appointment available on Thursday? And you're like, I have a 1 p.m. And they're like, oh, you don't have 11? We know those people, right? And you're like, nope, I have that 1 p.m. Okay, so not 11. And so when they're coming in and they're wanting these services and they're bringing us an inspiration board, or my biggest thing that is just such an honor is if someone brings me my work. If they pull up my Instagram and they're like, oh my gosh, this color you did, I want this. I thank them profusely because it is an honor that you are looking through my work to get inspiration for what you want your hair to look like. So when they show you a picture, it's okay to just take a moment and educate them that, okay, this is going to be a little bit of time. We got Uber Eats. Starbucks is right across the street. We'll get you some coffee. We'll get you an afternoon snack. I'll buy you lunch, whatever you need to do. But when we're trying to create beautiful colors for them, their hair is their crown. And it's okay to, educate them that, okay, this is going to take a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. But anyway, back to my little one. Sorry, I love talking about that. This is all Hydrogloss. This is all our demi-permanent color, and these tones were custom created. You would be astounded to know the formulas that I mixed together. But to create that beautiful kind of rose gold color back here, I love it so much. Thank you. We call it peachy keen. So, I know, it's so cute. So to create this, we make a level 7 CR, so level 7 copper red, very intense, very beautiful tone. We also make a level 5R, so that's a level 5 red, like red, stop sign red. I mixed 7 CR, I almost just wafted it into the bowl because it's so strong. So I used 60 grams of our level 9 blue violet golden beige tone, 60 grams of clear, and the amount of 7 CR that I used didn't even register on the scale. That's how little. Exactly. Just like that. Got to make the noise and everything. So I did that just on that all over tone, but then the front tone, this is where I like to have a lot of fun. When I was creating this, I sat there at my table and I swatched for hours because I got to play with the color wheel and have fun. And if I made a color that I didn't love, threw that swatch away and I did the next one. But for that bottom color, I utilized the 5R. Again, just a skosh, just a little bit that doesn't even count. I also have 1B mixed in that color as well because it's a really heavy blue base. And I wanted it to have this kind of dusty rose tone to it, but I also needed some depth. I needed it to be darker than this. So I mixed a little bit of 5R, little bit, and a little bit of 1B. I have more clear in there. And then I also have our level 7 ash blue violet. So when you're making colors, you have to think of how are the undertones going to mix with the overall tone and what color am I going to make? We cannot do our job without the color wheel. We learn it in beauty school. It's fundamental. It's the foundation of chemistry. So anytime you're using color, don't be afraid to swatch it out ahead of time because it's a lot easier to throw that swatch away than it is to maybe shave all the hair off of our client's head if it doesn't turn out. When they're in the bowl and we're washing and they're like, how does it look? And they're like, it's amazing. And it might be, we freak out and we're doing the toner. We never know how it's going to look. But that was that overall look for that. My next gal over here, I utilized one of my lighteners, which was Pure Light Power Lightener. That is our OG lightener. It's a blue violet based lightener. So what's amazing is that it's helping tone the hair while we lift it. I'm glad that we're kind of moving out of the I want beige, I want cool, I want ash, I want silver. Are we noticing this as well? When someone wants either neutral or gold, we got to give them a hug. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you want a gold tone today because, it's trendy. And now before I have clients who are like, I would never have that tone on my hair. And now they're like, give me all the gold. Could you make it more gold? Could you make it more warm? And I'm like, yes, I can. But I'm not going to make it too warm because I know at your next appointment, you're probably going to be like, it got a little orange, got a little yellow. They felt like Carrot Top. So when I'm using a lightener like that, it's also our lightener that gives you up to 7 levels of lift. We have 2 other lighteners that can give you up to 9 levels of lift. So if I'm trying to create a brunette or maybe a crewnet kind of look, a more lived in, deeper tone, I'm going to use my lightener that doesn't give me so much speed and so much lift. So we just did a nice, beautiful, the highlighting technique for this is actually mimicking the rays of the sun. And when I was in class teaching that, someone in the audience just asked me, why not just do a full foil? Why do you do rays sunshine in the back? And I said, honestly, there's a couple reasons why. If you have someone who comes in and you do just a typical full foil on them, they love it. It's amazing, right? They know they're not going to look great when they leave. But if you have a client in your chair and you're like, I just learned this new technique. It's the rays of the sun. We're going to do that on you today. They're going to feel just so oh my goodness. And then when they're showing their hair and they're getting compliments on it, I guarantee you they're going to be like, Ashley did this like ray of sunshine. They're like showing their hair off, and they're just going to feel amazing. So when we as artists are creating looks for you, yes, we want to do things that are trending, but we always want to do something that inspires you, but isn't too overly complicated, right? Not like this next thing, they were like, I had to stand on one leg. You got to hold your hip. You got to do crazy sectioning. Like, we try to keep it more simple, but inspirational. So all we did was literally follow the rays of the sun. So some of your foils start like this. And as you're working up the back of the head, you will end up with a couple that are vertical, and then you'll just go back down. And then in the very, very front, we have this face frame color block, which is, again, brighter than the rest of it, but still a little more lived in. Sometimes they think they want that bright pop of color, and then it might be too bright for them. So we did a more lived in look. She was also toned with Hydro Gloss because I just can't get enough of it. It has the most pleasant fragrance. It feels amazing on the hair. It gives incredible shine. It is mixed 1 part color to 1 part of our Zero Lift Developer. Of course, on a scale, our weighted coloring line. Does everyone in my audience Yes? Thank you. That makes me so happy. We had a couple of people yesterday that were like half raising. So we were like, which is it? You do or you don't? But they were, for the most part, everyone has a scale. It just makes your colors overall more precise. If you customize a formula for someone, which I'm sure all of us do that. Do we all like to customize formulas for all of our clients? It just, again, makes them feel great. You know, it's like, that's your color. That's your color. That's your color. That's what you're going home with. Sometimes I name my colors. I have a client, she gets purple, but in permanent form, and we call her hair the Jen. She tells everyone about it. She's the Jen. So when we're doing those beautiful colors and customizing them, if I have a scale there and I'm weighing it, and then that client comes back 6 weeks later and they're like, whatever you did last time, I need you to do that exact thing. And if we're weighing it and writing it down, because, you know, if you take 3 grams out of a color, that could change the color overall. So I'm very big about scales, very passionate about that. My last one over there, as you can see, I'm going to put this book down in the house. My very best friend and fellow teammate, Mr. Turbo Mac. He's jumping out of home right now, but this was one of the wigs that he had created for the show. She's stunning. She's beautiful. Her hair was broke. She is meant to be in vegan. Timbo utilized permanent color, lightener, and Hydro Gloss on that total overall look. And we call her Ron and bougie. And would you agree with that? Is she bougie? She's bougie, right? I know. She just needs a pair of stilettos on, maybe some Louboutins or something like that. She's gonna yuck the strip, but something really beautiful. And then these pops of color. Again, this goes back to our Hydro Gloss. These nice little coral pops in here, similar to my peachy keen look over here. Just created that, again, with that little bit of 7CR and that 9 GBV, just to create some pops. Then we have our last gal over here. She was also walking around yesterday. I came out of the elevator today holding 2 mannequins on a stick, and this woman was walking around, and she like jumped back. I'm like, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. You know, we're here for a hair show, but there's also a lot of just people here like on vacation. But if you don't walk around a hotel or anywhere just like carrying a mannequin by their hair, then you're carrying it wrong. So at least today I had them on here, but I love walking across parking lots or just anywhere, just like carrying them by their hair. So people are like, wait, really? What are you carrying? I'm like, I know, it's a thing. It's just a thing. But this gal over here, I went in and utilized our Vivids. And I did a more pastel look with them because I never want someone to be afraid of the Vivids. A lot of times, even when you hear that word, you think bright, you think vibrant, you think in your face. But the Vivids don't always have to be bright and in your face. You could do a more subdued version. If you do a pastel version, it gives them that pop of color. Maybe they just have it for the weekend. A lot of times in my consultations, if someone thinks they want Vivids, we have an extra long consultation because I want to know, does your boss on Monday at work allow it? Does your boss on Friday allow it at work? Because different strokes for different folks, you know, depending on the industry that they're in, they might not allow it. When people compliment my hair and they say, oh, I work here, I could never have that. I'm like, I wouldn't work here. I just couldn't. I would never work somewhere where they're telling me I can't have purple hair because I'm going to be the grandma with purple hair. I tell this to every audience that I see, so I'm going to share it with you as well. One of my biggest accomplishments to date is that I have had the same colored hair since 2010. I truly am the girl with purple hair. It's my Instagram handle. My kids only know me with purple hair. They have never seen me with any other color. You will never see my natural. It's just a thing. I was the girl who never colored her hair. It was down to here. And then the first time I colored it, which now I'm like, oh my gosh, my stylist, I'm so sorry. I wanted blonde and red highlights, not Kelly Clarkson style, not the chunky one, because we all know. Okay, Kelly, I love you, but like we're not here for that chunky. But knowing what I asked her for as a hairstylist, I'm like, I am so sorry about that. That was the first time I ever did any sort of hair transformation. Then I went to beauty school and I was like, you know what sounds good? Chopping all my hair off, going a level 3. And then I put one single strip of teal vivids in my hair, one little strip. And I was so cool. And then one day I was like, I'm going to try other colors. And I tried red, and I am not a redhead. Oh my gosh. I am not a blonde, and I'm not a redhead. You all know, right? Dual with colors out there that I'm like, nope. Looks good on you. I'm going to let you keep that. I'm going to go a different route. So then one day I just tried purple and fell in love, and I haven't gone back since. So in the hair world, I know that's a big deal, right? Because we change our hair like the wind. The only thing I change is like if it's on this side of my head or this side of my head, because most of the time my hair is up in a top knot off my face. But anyway, back to these more subdued vivids. There's a lot of festivals that go on. Sometimes people are going on vacation. They know that they're going to be swimming. They just want to try out a little fun color. So for this portion, I actually utilized 4 different shades. And all I did was took diagonal back slices, very, very thin, because saturation is key whenever we're working with color, lightener, toners, any of the above. So I just took thin diagonal back slices and I alternated those 4 formulas. So this little bit of a brighter pop of pink is magenta with our pretty in pink, which is like a pastel pink, very, very light. And then this little bit of a light purple, but has a little more depth to it, is one of our newer tones called periwinkle. I did periwinkle with our luscious lavender, and then just a little drop of grape, which is a blue-violet based purple tone that we just came out with. And then the other 2 shades, I just utilized pretty in pink and luscious lavender. So what had happened was it toned down the hair, because you can actually tone hair with vivids. I don't know if anyone out in this audience has tried it. You were my vivid girl yesterday. Have you ever toned the hair with vivids? Yes. And your results? We loved. It was scary. Yes. Beautiful. I love that. She said it was scary, but it came out good. When will our brains not do that to us? When will we not panic? We know what level we mix, everyone, okay? We know we mix a 10. But when it's processing, it's like a level -5. And it's dark. And then they're like, you see them kind of like looking in the mirror and like looking away, because you know they're internally panicking, but we're like not going to acknowledge that at all, because I'm like, no, I'm panicking too. But I'm not going to tell you I'm panicking. Let's panic together. And then you're like, you know what? Let's rinse that off. I think it's time. And then as we're rinsing so quickly, we see all the blonde come back, and we're like, okay, thanks.
When how I do it is I use the women's purple and for shampoos. More about that, but I just create the purple, this the shampoo, and that's how I tone.
Beautiful. And it works every time. If they see the purple on their hair, they might freak out a little bit, right? So just remind them the back of your head is none of your business. You don't need to know what is happening on your hair right now. It is my business only. What it looks like in the bowl, I love. How many times do any of you hear, how do you just know what you're looking for? If you like peek open and look at the foil and you're like, oh, this is lifting good. And they're like, how do you know that? 100%. That's right. 100% prayer. Every
Pulling people in and at the back. They seem to annoying it.
I love that. It works every time. Whenever we're in class and we talk about diminishing vivids out of the hair, the first stop, we pray to the hair gods. That is the official term, okay? We pray to those hair gods first. Please let it come out. Please leave all their hair on their head. Please diminish all the tones that I don't want to see. Please and thank you. Please don't want to go to platinum blonde after this tone. Thank you. Amen. Because, that's always the other side of it too. It works if you work it, right? You heard it here first, everyone. Say a prayer first. In our Phoenix salons, we can clap and all. We can clap and all. That's totally fine. Just know the next time you're doing that, saying a little prayer, we're all going to think of each other here in this room. We're going to just hold it in our heart. We got to do that. I love that. Thank you. That was amazing. We're all doing the same thing, no matter where we are. I'm over in Chicago. No. Stop it. Are you from Chicago? Oswego. Okay. Are you two from Oswego? Welcome in. I'm in countryside. Okay. Yes. Love it. Love it. Love it. I have to give so much credit to one of my very best friends because she's the reason I moved to a Phoenix. And when we first got there, we started in one singular room, but we were like sharing the space. So we tried to do where she would work some days and I would work the other. But the day we moved in, I was like, this is not going to work for me. I'm going to need more space because she hadn't used PRAVANA yet at the time. She was using a different line. So I was like, you're going to come to my side. We're going to use PRAVANA together. But then there was one double suite available. And I was like, if this is still available at the beginning of the year, we're moving. And it stayed available. So that's where I've lived for the last 7 years, But, when I'm in there, I just love it. It is, like I said, when I first got on here, it's our second home. I know that's where all of my clients come to just feel their best self. My other favorite thing that I have in there, I have snacks on snacks on snacks and a fully stocked fridge. I just incorporated fruit by the foot in my snack jar. I think my tips went up. I'm not even kidding you. People are like, you have fruit by the foot? Yes, I do. I'm like, they do sell it at any local store around here. But if you want to come here and have fruit by the foot in my salon while you get your hair done and you are happy, eat two. Have to, and wash it down with a little mini Coca-Cola or Pepsi, whatever you want, because I keep little bottles of water. I know you do too. And I keep the little sodas because, they're not going to probably drink a full can, but they're like, oh my God, you have Cheez-Its and like Mountain Dew? Yes, I do. Just for you. Yes, I do. I ordered it fresh in from the factory. They don't sell it anywhere else, just right here. In this bombshell beauty lounge that we got going on here. So I post about it all the time because if a snack makes you happy, I am so happy. I'm a mom. I have 2 little boys. So, I have snacks in my purse. If I run out of something in my snack area, I know I have other snacks in my purse. Probably fruit snacks, the unhealthy things. Just makes them happy, right? So when they come in, I'm like, this is also where you're going to spend a lot of your time. Another thing we talked about yesterday that was so empowering when I heard it a few weeks ago. I went to Canada for the first time for some hair shows. Changed my life. I kept telling everyone I'm moving there. My U.S. team wasn't so fond of that. Sorry, I'm not leaving. I promise. Shout out to my amazing bosses who are all here. Give them some love. We have Jay Travis, Sam, Meryl, John Miller, and they're here. They make all of this happen. They bring us here. They fly us across the world so we can bring you education and have fun. So shout out to all of them because I love them dearly. Yes, thank you all. Thank you all so much. So the other thing that we were talking about in Canada, my friend Benny said, he goes, do you ever sit there and realize that when people are budgeting, they put you in their budget. They put you in their life and know that they're going to dedicate time in their life with you, but they're also making sure that they incorporate you into where they're spending their money. And nowadays, yes, we could clap for that too. When you wake up tomorrow morning, you go to the salon, well, unless you're traveling, right? But the next day you're in the salon, go there and just walk in people put me in their budget. They knew when they get their next paycheck, they base their hair day around okay, I'm getting paid Tuesday. I will be in your chair Wednesday morning. What do you want from Starbucks? I'm coming in. I put you in my budget. I'm giving you my money. That's huge. That's huge because nowadays the price of things is crazy. It's crazy. Those fruit by the foot, I don't care if they cost me $50, I'm going to buy double boxes because they make people happy. But when you're coming in and I know that you're giving me your money, you are all here to further your education. So that way when you up your prices or you graciously accept their money, you are doing it in the most humble way because you know that they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to spend their time with you. They want to spend. They call you, they text you, they go online and they're like, yes, put me on your book, put me in your chair with you for several hours because that's my happy place. You know, that's where I want to be. I want to get my hair washed. I have really long nails, so I have people who are like, I will leave my husband for you tomorrow. I want my hair washed right now. So that's actually my least favorite part. I hate getting my hair washed. Does anyone else hate getting their hair washed? Yes? Why do you hate getting your hair washed? It hurts so bad. I'm like a freak about my ears. I don't want any water near there. So I had my apprentice do my hair the other day for the first time, and she was doing great until we walked over to the shampoo bowl, and she was like, I'm so nervous right now. I have to wash your hair. And I was like, it's fine. Just don't get any water near my ears. You'll see another side of me that you've never seen. So I just held a towel on my ears the whole time. She did amazing. She did absolutely amazing. But it's just something about like having it back in there. No matter how good of the scrub is, I'm like, just get me out. Get me out of this chair. I don't want to be here. But aside from that, just remember that, you know, you are empowering yourself. Phoenix constantly is offering things. We have our like little makeover going on at my location, and it is just beautiful. Like the music changed. We just got new music in our hallways, which I know sounds so silly, but it changed over. Wait, did you get new music too? Yes, you did, because we had the same owner. Upgrade. Yes. There were times when like the door would be open and we'd have my music playing, and then people would be like, what? Where is that weird music coming from? I'm like, we're just going to shut the door. It's the hallway. Don't pay attention to it. The hallway is none of your business at all. But that is just like a sweet little simple upgrade that we just got. So I love being at Phoenix. I hope that it has changed all of your lives as well. Love Gina. Love her to little tiny pieces. She actually came to the Countryside location. I think it was in 2020 that you were there, Gina. And she took the time to meet with every individual suite owner, actually sat like in our waiting room, in our salons, talked about life, mental health, how's your business, how are you growing here? It was so special. It was so spectacular. I'm so grateful that I was available that day to come out. I would have moved heaven and earth to be there with you. It was amazing. So thank you for creating that place, that space for us. We love it. We love it. Thank you. Thank you so much.